Okay, let's review how to do your lighting using the Stage Crew PLF. This is for the final performance. It can be used for just about anything, but this is focused on your final summative monologue. Now, to find the information, you're going to go into content under final summative and under part 2, planning. So you'll see there's a section here under the lesson called your lights. There's some descriptions here. And there's going to be, this is where this example is going to go. There'll be a link here. There's also a link for lighting examples, which shows some pictures of what our lights look like on the stage. And to actually access the lighting form itself, you're going to click right here. Now, if you click the lighting form examples, I'll just quickly show you. This goes through some pictures. And I've also posted a video on the lighting examples and what's lit up and how that works. So if you want more information about specific lighting cues, please make sure that you check that video. So once we click on the performance lighting form, or the PLF as it's known short form, we're going to go to this website right here. This is our Stage Crew website. Now, to make it easier, I am going to make the form full screen. Just makes it a little bit easier to see. So let's go through and let's talk about the choices that you have for your monologue. Now, you're definitely going to be asked to input your email. Okay. So certainly if yours is up there, then definitely just copy and paste. That's completely fine. Under assembly and event, well, this is a drama class performance. So that's the one you're going to pick. Name of the leader, that's going to be your name. Okay. Group club piece, this is where you're going to put the actual name of your monologue. So perhaps you'll do Easy A. I think there's 2 of them. So maybe we'll say number 1. Now you can get the official title. I just can't seem to remember it right now. What number is your performance? You won't know. I've set that. So leave that blank. And then the name of the teacher supervisor, that's going to be me. You'll notice that aside from the first 3 that are administration, and then the next 3 that are guidance, everybody else is sorted by last name, despite the fact that you can see everyone's first name here. So just scroll down to the J's and you'll see me right there. Name of the performers, again, you put your name, please. And you are performing a drama skit. Now, as soon as you choose drama skit, you're going to see this is going to change some of our choices. I'm going on the assumption that no one's going to have any recorded music or sound effects or anything. So we're going to say no recorded music. If you do have recorded music that you wish to play, come and talk to me and I'll walk you through those steps. So because it's drama, I always assume that we're going to need microphones. So you are absolutely pushed to make microphone choices. However, you're not required to use a microphone for your monologue presentation. So you can actually choose 0. Okay, minimum number of microphones, 0. Ideal number of microphones, 0. Now, if you do want a microphone, then by all means, put 1. Okay, and we will have that arranged for you, but you're not required to. So we're going to say neither one. Now we're going to get into staging, which is where your performance happens. The pit is the carpeted area in front of the stage. That's usually where the steel pan band is. The apron or podium area is the very front of the stage, and it coincides with the first strip of dance flooring. When you choose stage, which is what we're going to choose, that just means the whole stage. And house, that's where the audience sits. We call that the house. Because when you perform, you invite people into your home. So now we're going to get into some stage details. So you need to decide whether you're starting on stage or off stage. And basically what this means is, when do you want your lights to come on? When do you want your audience to anticipate the beginning of your monologue? Do you want to be on the stage and have the lights just come on and you just magically appear there? Or do you want to start off stage and then your walk in is part of your performance? So that's going to be your decision. Usually monologues will start on stage because the ones that have been chosen for you tend to be like middle of the movie or whatever. So we're going to choose on stage, and now you're going to describe. So you might say, center stage with table and cup. So you can also describe what props are supposed to be on the stage at this point, and that can be very helpful because, again, if you have to move props on the stage, you need a little bit more time to do that. And then you're doing the same for the ending. On stage or off stage, give a description. And then we get into our lighting choices. Now, you have two lighting choices here that are going to change what you're able to do. You can choose simple or you can choose complex. Now, here's how it works. Simple is one cue. That's it, one cue. And it's very limited in terms of what you are able to choose. Now, if you want the whole stage lit up, go to simple. If you just want a simple color in the background, perfect, go to simple. In fact, even if you want the God light, you can go to simple and you get that choice. However, if you want to use one of our stationary spots, which you'll see examples of in a lot of our Arts Night videos, then you have to go to complex and, well, things get a little bit more complex. So let me demonstrate the simple first. So if we hit simple, we're going to get our setup for our first cue. So it's going to ask what white lights you want. And again, white stage, white pit, podium light, God light, apron lights. So I would choose either white stage or God light, depending on which effect I want. And then it'll allow you to choose one of the three background colors or no color at all. So you can have a red background, a blue background, a green background, or white psych means there's no light on the backstage or on the back wall. It's simply white. If you're happy with this, you would hit submit, and then it will create a Google Doc that will get shared with you, and you're done. Now, if you want to use one of the stationary spots, then we get into complex. So let's go back and let's demo that. All right. So we click on complex, we hit next. Now, complex is assuming that you want more than one cue. We don't want more than one cue, but there's not a way, an easy way for me to limit the complex to only one cue. So we're going to do the cue that you want for your performance as Q1. And then Q2 is going to be a garbage cue. Just fill in whatever you want, and we're not even going to look at it. That's how we're going to deal with that. All right, so white lights. You're going to get a lot of the same choices, but now there's a few more. Stationary spot, follow spot, and house lights. Please don't choose follow spot. We're not going to be using the follow spots at the back of the stage. But let's choose our stationary spots and see what those choices look like. All right, so here are our stationary spotlight options. We have 6 of them. Now, each one is a little bit small. So if you want to double up and choose 2 of them, you can. So these are check boxes, and you can actually choose more than one. So I'm going to combine the left center and the God left. So it's going to be just slightly to the left of center stage. Okay. And then with the background color, I can actually choose solid, or I can do a half and a half. So maybe I want to do the right is going to be red and the left is going to be blue. So that'll give me a little combination with a little bit of like quasi purple in the middle. Sort of. The lights don't blend quite as well as that, but it's the idea. Then we hit next. And of course, now we're taken into Q2, which we're not going to use. So we're just going to put in a bunch of nothing. So we'll just make up a bunch of stuff in here. There we go, 99 seconds. Okay, we have to choose some kind of cue here because it's a mandatory question. Choose whatever you want here. Blah, 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 blah. Do you want another lighting cue? The answer is no, we didn't even want this one. So we're going to hit next, and now we'll be able to actually submit our document. Okay, so we've now submitted this, and let's see, sometimes it takes a minute or two for it to actually show up on my Google Drive. So you'll have view access, I will have edit access. And let's see if it has shown up, and then I can share that so you can see what the final document looked like. You will actually get an email saying that you've completed the form with all of your form answers, and then you'll get a second email with this Google Doc shared with you. However, as I said before, you only get read access. You're not going to be able to make any changes there. All right, and here it is. So let's move this over here so you can actually see an example. And here we go. So there's my title. I'm the contact person, so that would be your name in there. Number in show, I'll fill that in later. Microphone's none. So here are location, details. There's my description. There's the actual lighting that we want. And then this one is a nothing. So what I would probably do is actually take this one because I can edit, and I might just choose to strike it through just to make it really clear that we are not using that. And then this is what will get printed for the day of your performance. And that's how you do your PLF.